Farming, continue. Bubble Bernie. Okay, Bernie, let's go. Leave me alone, bird. And there we are, Atma of the Twins acquired. And zoom back into a reasonable point. And we can continue on. Kind of cool. It's like a land bridge. Connect there. Over there. Okay, Mr. White Robe. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north. You may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Okay, this way. But I drop frames all of a sudden. Being judged. Continue? So I believe we continue. Being judged. I would kill you, but I don't see much point anymore. Judged. me guess. Oh, hello, Ashen. You are being judged. I mean, you can try and heal him, but I'm just gonna kill him too fast. Such difficult judgment. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you. One so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain. Surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Spoopy. Ilya! I found him and he's kinda creepy. Oh, by the way, his name's Elidibus. No, I don't know who that is. It's him, though. Gods, you've returned, Archon. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? Words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing. Save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Let us set aside the matter of this Ashen until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alavegan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I've closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Oriange will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Oriange is over this way. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest? The daughter's lifelong labor? No small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. How can I imagine the antecedent's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Archon, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Since you have given the journal to Oriange, I bid you come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Toll. Totoro will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Thank God. Of course, amongst Moogle kind, the legend of good King Miqo'te XII doth tell of a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity thus summoned put the lie to this imagining with his brief and decidedly unpeaceful reign. 'Twas most disturbing for me to learn then that the Mogul's Guard have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. Methinks the agent of chaos doth lurk in the shadows of this deed. Only with the Ashen's guileful intervention could they have called the king back from the Ether with such haste. As ever, it falls to thee, to the Blade born of Light, to banish the Paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know that dire power doth corrupt the savior of these gentle forest folk. Thy name has been called, Archon. The more moderate faction of the Moogles has joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open a path to the good king's domain. I bid thee make haste to the Adder's Nest and once more pledge thine aid in deposing this royal myth made flesh. So that is Good King Miqo'te Extreme, I think. But I believe we are approaching... Yeah, so this is the last quest of 2.1. So let's wrap up 2.1 before the end of this stream. Oh, Archon, you're here. Good, good. We're all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Evidence Toll is populated mostly by adventurers, which means, as you might expect, there's quite a bit of coming and going. Insists on the coming, at least of late, with the investigation of the Crystal Tower hitting full stride. I've lost track of how many fortune seekers and scholars have shown up in the past few days alone, hoping to unearth ancient secrets. Don't suppose the tower's piqued your interest as well? You've already offered your aid to the effort, you say? You certainly move quickly, my friend. If I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. Alas, I'll have to settle for hearing the tales of all you've seen upon your return. You're safe in there, yes? Kinda curious whether that changes. Depending on whether you've started the Crystal Tower quests. That's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite relocation. And with that, Archon, I do believe it's time you fully announced your presence to everyone inside. The Antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a Scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Okay. So am I locked out of progression? Well, I already wanted to do the Crystal Tower, but maybe I'm forced to now? Certainly is spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we shall sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the Antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Archon. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, milady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion hath been met with silence. What will respond? Odd. Allow me to try. Response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, milady. There we must assume the worst. Will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. If they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge, both. Oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldesian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me. Until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. An unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ashen, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Puce? Which of our allies would then fall silent? For a time, I had thought we had gained the upper hand. We shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea. Dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ashen menace. I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. Not consider the alternative. Forces at work we do not understand, Archon. I discern them all around, and disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you'll be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, I will not be for a while yet. Pray to return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Creel, where are you? Intercession is not foretold. You object? Question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. You survived the Seventh Order and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? Does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. At long last, they see. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during this concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. The Brass Blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the Blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. And with that, we have started into 2.2, and that is where I'm going to call it. I'll be back tomorrow for Garden Pause and game I haven't decided on yet. We'll find out.